Hi everyone, Monique here. Welcome back to the channel, to the lovely community, and welcome if you're new here. My name is Monique and I'm an intuitive soul savant. I've had 40 odd years of studying astrology. So this channel is a spiritual channel, but main focus is on Pluto and the challenging aspects from Pluto to Natal Sun or any of your other personal planets for that matter. Just all about the transformational journey of Pluto. A week and a half ago, I experienced my last conjunction of Pluto to my natal sun, 26 degrees, 50 minutes of Capricorn. And I've actually taken a week and a half off after that last conjunction. And if you feel like you need to do that as well, just process the energy, by all means, it's the way to go. It was very interesting beforehand and after the actual exact conjunction. So today's video, not a long video, and today's video we are going to discuss feelings that come up spontaneously, effusively, or erratically. And what does that mean? I would suggest that these feelings that come up spontaneously would be the precursor to the actual year of the conjunctions, whether you have 3 conjunctions or 6 conjunctions, depending on the degrees of your natal planet or sun. But these feelings, these spontaneous feelings came up for me years and years and years before the exact conjunction to my natal sun. Remembering that there could be a conjunction to your natal Mercury, which I had 7 years ago. Okay, so it is an ongoing journey with Pluto. I am yet to face Pluto conjunct my natal Venus and natal Mars in Aquarius. Pluto moves into Aquarius in March 2023. So these feelings that come up spontaneously, they are quite uncomfortable and it's very unnerving, and it's very hard to understand where these feelings are coming from and, in a sense, why. Okay, we know, please go back and look at my other videos regarding Pluto. We've become well aware that Pluto is dredging up the toxicity from our unconscious, from our soul, from our ancestors' patterns, all sorts of negative energy that will no longer serve us on our journey forward. So for me, these spontaneous feelings could start as soon as I open my eyes in the morning. From jumping out of the bed, on the way to the bathroom, I could just start crying. And I would never know the night before I went to bed how tomorrow was going to be. And that morning that I woke up with these spontaneous feelings, I wouldn't know how many days they were going to sit with me. Very, very uncomfortable. I must have cried for 5-6 years straight. I couldn't believe that there could be that many tears in a human body. I couldn't believe that there was that much emotional energy in my body that was needing to be released. If you're going through this Pluto transit, you will understand what I mean. Now, these feelings didn't necessarily happen in the middle of the supermarket when I was shopping. However, yes, that can happen, especially if you're being triggered. I did find that these feelings would come up and out of my body at the gym. So I would start a class and I would start crying. And that's uncomfortable because, you know, you, as a Capricorn, we don't like to show our emotional fragility, vulnerability. before a Pluto transit. I must say that's a little bit different now. However, before the Pluto transit, I didn't like to cry in public. I'm okay. I'll show you a brave face. However, when these spontaneous feelings come up, it's really very hard to push them down. And that's why the Pluto transit, hard aspects to your natal sun or other personal planets, hard aspects is a square, an opposition, or a conjunction. It's very important that you make space for yourself. No workaholism. You can't be a workaholic while Pluto transit is happening, because that's not the balance. That doesn't serve you, and that doesn't allow the space for these feelings to come up and out of the body. So today what I thought I'd do is talk about somatic therapy. I'm not a somatic therapist. I'm an energy healer, a deep tissue healer. So I do move energy through people's bodies, but there is practitioners out there that call themselves somatic therapists. Now, they believe that the body holds on to trauma. Somatic therapy uses techniques to release trapped feelings in the body. Now, these trapped feelings could be from this life. They could be from your soul, what you came into this life with, or they could be patterns passed down through the generations from your ancestors. And if they've been traumatized, these are traumatic feelings. So people who are suffering with PTSD, somatic therapy is very, very helpful. They are mind-body therapies, somatic therapy, as opposed to Western medicine just treating the body. Eastern philosophy has always connected the mind and the body together. Somatic therapy is rooted in somatic psychology, and it addresses the feedback loop between the mind and the body, which runs along up our spine, and our 7 chakras are very connected to this, as well as the meridians in our body, the other energy tracks that run all through our body. You can have a look online for a map of those. It's different to talk therapy, somatic therapy, because it engages in the body. With talk therapy, we're speaking and retelling our stories. Somatic therapy doesn't require you to retell the whole story. The techniques that they use could involve breathing exercises, meditation, dance, massage, but by specific massage therapists who understand this mind-body loop, that have an intention and are focused before they start to massage you on moving this energy through the body. If it's not released, trauma, PTSD, patterns, negative patterns, they can get trapped in the body, and that can cause the psychological disorders or physical disorders in our body if this energy isn't moved through. Now, I believe those that have the very hard aspects from Pluto are old souls and have chosen this life to die, be transformed, and have a rebirth while still being alive in the body. So the practitioners, the somatic practitioners, they view the body and the mind as linked, and they offer healing on a cellular level. So this is what Pluto's doing. It's offering you a cellular level healing and cleanup, removing the toxic energies that we have been carrying around in our bodies for eons. The nervous system can get stuck in survival mode, which is our first chakra. So this is why it's very important that through our Pluto hard aspect transit that we stay grounded as we possibly can. And we ground ourselves by getting out into nature, meditation, whatever takes us back into our body. Because this is where the work is done on a cellular level with Pluto. Stress hormones like cortisol, they're continually released when we have trauma and stress and negativity around us, and a continual release of cortisol, it increases the blood sugar and our blood pressure, and that weakens the immune system. So also bad experiences can also produce deep-rooted beliefs that don't serve us, and our conscious mind can't access those. However, Pluto does. The energy of Pluto working with your natal chart releases and accesses these memories and awarenesses of this life, also our soul's past, our Akashic records, what we came in with, also our ancestors. If we have chosen to heal our ancestral lineage, which I chose, that will also come up. Okay, and Pluto allows us to access these memories, awarenesses, and the trauma that we have been able to suppress up until Pluto's transit. And the beautiful thing is, with somatic therapy, we don't have to keep banging on about the stories. They're all just stories. Yes, they're important. I understand that, and I have a lot of compassion for people going through this Pluto experience. I have self-compassion for myself because really I still have Pluto conjunct in my natal sun. However, the years before the conjunctions were when I did the work. Okay, so just a short video on somatic therapy. I don't know any somatic therapists personally. However, I do understand the somatic body. And if you're questioning why all these crazy feelings just come up, sad, depression, lots and lots of grief from loss, from being isolated, and from others around you not understanding. This is another thing with these erratic and effusive feelings that spontaneously come up. Others don't understand unless they are astrology aware or therapy aware. They don't necessarily understand that you've just woken up out of bed and you've started crying for no reason that you could put your logical mind to. Nothing's happened to make you cry. This is the body's way of releasing toxic energy from trauma, abuse, self-abuse, addictive behaviors, family abuse, childhood abuse, everything that we've pushed down and stuffed down because we weren't ready to face it. That's the energy that's coming up and out of your body, and it comes up spontaneously when you start your healing your healing journey with Pluto. I can't tell you when that starts. However, I can tell you that mine pretty much started when Pluto ingressed into Capricorn. And it's only just conjuncted my natal sun and my late Capricorn sun. So all the work was done prior to the exact conjunctions. So I'd be interested to hear in the comments how you guys have experienced these spontaneous feelings that come up. I guarantee that they'll be there. That's part of Pluto's job, cleaning out the toxicity. And to heal, we have to feel. To heal, we must feel. So with talk therapy, we're talking, we're telling the story. With somatic therapy, we could start to tell the story, and the therapist, even just a regular therapist, can do this. My regular therapist does this. I don't talk anymore. I just start to feel where the energy is in the body. And usually it's in my throat chakra. My throat goes all tight. I feel pain there. And we just sit. He doesn't speak. I don't need to speak. I just need to feel it and allow it. And then it passes. But you may find it in other areas of your body. So I wish you the best. I wish you the very best. Please come back to the channel. I'll be making lots and lots of videos regarding the Pluto transit, because the collective is going to be going through this dark night of the soul when Pluto transits Aquarius for 20 years. So namaste. Please subscribe, like, hit the bell. That will help me to help others with these videos. And I'm really grateful. And I love the community that we have already. It's beautiful. And I'll speak to you soon. Thank you all so very much. Love you all.